guys, welcome to the Humanity. My name is Ever, and today's coloring adventure is all about the triple threat. Triple threat being a color and chat, a Joann's haul, and a product review. So it all kind of more goes together in a way. So tonight we had to go to Fresh Time, which is a grocery store, kind of a fancy grocery store. Think of like Whole Foods, but not quite Whole Paycheck. It's like an organic, they sort of specialize in organic stuff. So we had to go there to get groceries, and there's a Joann right next door. And the spouse is like, we could go to Joann first. I'm like, okay. Really? Twist my arm. I mean, come on. So while we were there, I found the Pop Possibilities, which is the Joann brand, I guess. 12 count colored pencils. I'll put them up a little bit. Here they are. Ta-da! And it says reusable storage box. So we'll see what they mean by that. I'm not sure if they mean this box. I'm not sure. But they were $1.99, and I had a 50% off coupon, so they were $2. And then I found this. Now, I have never seen anyone flip this book on YouTube before. And it's a Creative Haven book. It's called the Mindfulness Coloring Book, and it's Diane Pearl and Jessica Mazurkowitz. Now, I've got a Jessica Mazurkowitz book, The Flirty Florals. But this book is, I don't want to say it's weird, but it's weird. Like, see this cover? This is what it's like on the inside. It's just, I'm not going to do like a full flip unless you guys want me to do one, because I will. But it's just like, mindfulness is the perfect way to focus your thoughts and feelings on all that's positive and joyful in life, and immersing yourself in coloring these beautiful images will take you on an uplifting path to inner peace. This came out in 2013, 19, and 2020 by Dover. It was first published in 2020. And it's just these really kind of funky doodle images. They're not like Zen doodly, so there's not a bunch of inner line work inside of it. It's just these really cool doodles. I love this book. It's so cool. And it was 20% off, and already just $11.99. So I mean, and there's a lot of pages in this book. Look how funky this is. How cool is this? And I thought, for the color and chat part of this whole ordeal, I will open up these 12 counts and do a page in this book. And I'm not sure who does what. Like, I feel like these might be Jessica Mazurkowitz, maybe. I'm not familiar with Diane Pearl, so if you guys know down in the comments, if you feel like these are more the Diane Pearl ones, and like these are the Jessica Mazurkowitz ones, I feel like these might be more maybe Diane Pearl. I don't know. But these are really cool. So I'm going to pick an image. Easier said than done, because these images are really neat. And this is just a fun way to just play with color. Play with shading, play with blending. It's, you know, Creative Haven paper, so most of you guys are familiar with it. You know, it's good stuff. I like Creative Haven books. They had, I dug through the books forever trying to find one. There were a couple of books that I kind of had in my hand and went, no, put them back. Picked them up again, put them back. They had a lot, as far as Creative Haven goes, they had a lot of like George Tefex's color by number. Look, I'm just not there yet, okay? If you guys are not familiar with those Creative Haven color by numbers by George Tefex's, I might have to wait until I get my new glasses to be able to do those. They're very, very detailed. They're beautiful images. Don't misunderstand. I love them, but whew, they are tiny and very detailed. Someday, my friend, I will get there. I am having a hard time trying to pick a picture. Okay, I'm going to do one of these funky shell coral. Here's this one. Let's do this one. It has dots in it. Circles, dots, that kind of thing. I also, just non-related to anything, picked up this 6-count rock painting kit because all their Easter stuff was like 60% off. And it comes with like googly eyes and like felt ears and stuff. You could make bunnies, but also just, I don't know, rock painting sounds kind of cool. Even if I don't make bunnies, I probably will though, because the bunny stuff is kind of cute in there, but unrelated to coloring, but just part of my haul. And Storm says hello, if you can't already hear him. All right, let's break these out. So it's Easter weekend, which I was like, I don't know why we didn't really think about it today. The two of us were just like, oh yeah, it's Good Friday, it's Easter weekend. I don't know how this is a reusable storage box. I'm not sure. I'm just going to dump them out because I'm not going to like try to figure that out. It seems just like a package, you know. We have a white, just because. But you know what? I've gotten to where I know now that you can do cool things with white pencils, so I'm learning. I'm getting there in that part. So yeah, I don't know what we're doing on Sunday. I know tomorrow we have to go to my in-laws and pick up stuff they got us from Costco, and I think there was other shopping related things we needed to do. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. Let's start with some green. Let's see what this green is like. Well, let's see what kind of quality we get for, I mean, $1.99, right? Oh, hey, these aren't bad. Kind of like them. If you want to just pick up some inexpensive colored pencils to play with. Okay, Joanne, I see you being good with the colored pencils. So yeah, we got that to do, and then past that I don't know what's going on, but you know, neither of us are religious folk, so we don't go in for the whole religious side of Easter, but I gotta tell you, I do like them chocolate bunnies. I did find tonight at the fancy grocery store, we found chocolate that I can actually have because it's made with stevia. So it's sugar-free. The only thing is that you can't really have a lot of it because it will mess with your stomach and make movements happen often, frequently. So you have to kind of be careful with sugar-free chocolate. But it was sea salt caramel chocolate bar, and I split part of it with Abe, and it's so good. It is incredibly delicious, and I'm learning that stevia stuff doesn't really have an aftertaste to it. Obviously aspartame stuff has a terrible aftertaste. Splenda, it's hit or miss. I've baked with Splenda before, and it doesn't generally have an aftertaste, but baking with anything like that is really difficult because the alcohol sugars really mess with your consistency of like your batter or whatever you're making. So, but this is called Lily's, and it's really, really good. They also make baking chips, like chocolate chips for cookies, that are made with stevia, so there's no sugar in them. Now, it's pricey. I mean, this is like a $4 chocolate bar. But if you can't have chocolate bar and you want to splurge and enjoy candy, then I'm going to definitely pay $4 and splurge and enjoy candy. It's not something I'm going to do often, obviously, but it was really good. So that was a good find at the grocery store today. I just, we decided I got paid today. I paid all my bills. I tucked money away for our trip, which is in 1 month. I'm so excited. 1 month to my trip. Also 1 month to my birthday. But I did all that, and I thought, you know what? I can get a chocolate bar. I can get a chocolate bar that I can actually eat and not have to worry about making myself sick from, my sugar going wild and crazy. I just have to worry about making myself sick from stevia and sugar alcohol. But you know what? I'll take that risk. So I'm just like doing weird, like not shading or just kind of weird outlining around the edges, which I think looks kind of cool. I'm just trying to blend the some colors together too, just to see like how the darks lay down over the lights. And it's you know, the lay down is like, they're very Crayola reminiscent, which you can do amazing things with Crayola pencils. If you doubt me on that, you need to go find Super Ray Dizzle and watch some of her stuff, because she does amazing things with Crayola pencils. It's wild. She is the queen of cheap art supplies, and like reviewing them and showing you, hey, you can do good things with cheap art supplies. You don't have to buy $100, $200 pencils, even though I own fancy pencils. But you know, I think it's funny that she says that, and then she'll do wild things like buy like really expensive designer like Gucci and Louis Vuitton colored pencils, which turn out to be absolute garbage. It's like they all buy them from one person, like one distributor, and then they just slap their label on it and put it in a designer case and be like, ha, Gucci pencils. It's hilarious. I mean, they're ridiculous. We're talking like $1,500, 24 count, I think it was, Louis Vuitton colored pencils. And they were watercolor even. And it doesn't even say that, but there's the little paintbrush on the barrel. So I'm just rambling about all sorts of weird stuff today. But that's what these color and chats are for, right? A little bit of rambling. Oh, we also picked up a really cool stand for the spousey to do art on. It's a tablet stand, and it's like super fancy. It has like an arm. So instead of like bending your neck over to draw on the tablet, he's literally going to draw just right there in front of him. It's amazing. I told him I was going to steal it to film with sometime because it's kind of cool. I don't know how I would do that, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to do it. So I really like this book. I just think it's really cool. It's one of those things where it's like a mindfulness thing. It's like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not like this is a cat and I need to color it like a cat, or this is a house and I need to color this like a house. No, this is a jumble of really funky shapes, and I'm going to color it like a jumble of really funky shapes, which means I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And I will probably like plow through this book pretty fast. Maybe. I don't know. It's a pretty thick book, and to be honest, it's going to be another long colored pages video, guys, for April. I have colored a lot, and it is only the 15th, my friends. I have so much more coloring to do. I'm trying to get some pages in my 10 books to finish accomplished. That's my biggest thing right now, is I really want to get these 10 books to finish going. Especially the 100 Amazing Patterns, which I've done like 7 or 8, I think, this month so far. But I'm also going like through the ink house and doing like the smaller pages in the ink house, and I did one in Cute Dinosaurs today, and I only have like 8 pages left in Cute Dinosaurs to do, so I feel like that's going to get done pretty soon. And I will have a video coming out closer to the end of the month, but probably sooner than later. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of excited to get it filmed, even though it's like, I have to wait. It's like wait. You have to wait until the end of April to post this. But I have an idea. Next month is my birthday month, and of course I want to do like a birthday hashtag thing. And I'm going to steal an idea from Poet Spice, because Poet Spice is awesome and has awesome ideas. And this month is her birthday month. And so she has a tag where she has a list of her favorite things, and then you can color whatever her favorite things are. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have favorite things of mine to color, and since I am turning 47, there will be 7 things. See? The theme. Sir, do you mind? Yes, I know, your blinds are closed.
Hey,
The
cat butt,
the
come
blind
here.
the blinds that go across our living room windows are closed because it's nighttime and we don't want people to see in here because we like to run around in our comfy clothes or underwear because it's our house. And he can't get to the window because the blinds are closed. And he likes to sit in the window and watch the world. Even in the night, he likes to watch the world go by. Loves to sit on the windowsill in the bedroom at night. And he'll just sit there and loaf and just sit there and watch the buses go by and watch everybody drive by on the main road. It's funny. Well, he's up there now, and so he's happy. He had some help from Daddy to get up there. And now he's up in his window. So, all is well in the world. The windows are nice in our living room because, well, we're on the ground floor. So, a lot of times if, like, we go to Costco and we have a lot, I'll come in first and open the window and then just get stuff passed through the window. It's great. That's how we moved. We moved everything through the window except for the big stuff like the mattress and any of the furniture. But all the boxes, literally, we moved through our living room window because it was just the easiest way to do it. But it's nice because there's a bush out there and a big tree. And the bush is constantly being inhabited by birds. And I love birds. I love bird watching. I love coloring birds. You guys know that. But I love birds. And so we have a bunch of little, sparrow, finchy type little guys. But then we also have a blue jay and his lovely bride. Maybe. I don't mean, they hang out, obviously. They're probably going to have some babies coming up. I'm thinking. But they hang out in the bush all the time, so it's kind of nice to see, Mr. Cardinal and Mrs. Mrs. Cardinal.
I'd never seen a lady cardinal before.
Yeah, I had neither. Abe just said that, I don't know if you picked that up, but Abe had never seen a lady cardinal before, and neither had I. And if you don't know, I mean, obviously it's kind of a common knowledge in the bird kingdom that the ladybirds are also always very plain and their feathers are very plain and
they don't have to be fancy. They're not trying to impress nobody.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to impress anybody. They don't have to be fancy, so they're not. And it's the boys that are fancy. But female cardinals are easy to tell because they have a red beak. So they're very pretty with their brownish feathers and stuff, but they have a bright red beak. And so neither of us had seen one before, but there she is out there just, We have robins that come out too because, I don't know if I've told the story on Color and Chats before or if I've talked about Pippin the squirrel, but you're going to hear about Pippin the squirrel. So we have a squirrel that comes by all the time. And granted,
started feeding him because it was cold.
Yeah. Granted, he comes by all the time because we feed him, because it was wintertime and it's cold, and so there was snow on the ground, and he didn't have anything to eat. So we started feeding him, and now he comes by and will knock on the window. I'm not kidding. He will knock on the window when the windowsill is empty. So if we have not set out, because we feed him sunflower seeds, walnuts, cashews sometimes, pecans, no peanuts. You're not supposed to feed squirrels peanuts. And so we have like a mix. We have this big bucket that we just mix everything in, and then we lay it out on the thing. But if it's not out there, my God, you guys, you would think that we have just done the worst thing ever. Because I'm like trying to figure out what to color these things because it's all so jumbled. Let's go in with some pink. And so Pippin will come to the window, knock on the window. Now it has gotten to the point now where Pippin is a very friendly squirrel. And we can feed Pippin from our hand. If we stand there still and just wait, and Pippin will come and take a walnut out of our hand and feed us. But also, Pippin will jump up on the windowsill when it's empty. Notice that we're coming to put food out, and we'll stand on the windowsill and wait. And when we open the window, Pippin will stick his head in the window looking for food. And I think that's great and cute, but all I can think about is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And that damn squirrel and the Christmas tree. That's all I can think about is that squirrel running into this house and all of us just going, ah! I mean, you know.
You going, ah!
And I really think the only reason why there would be any kind of screaming and hullabaloo is because of the cat. Maybe. Because, like, Storm will sit in the window while Pippin is eating, and neither of them really seem to give a fuck about each other. They don't care. Ooh, I cussed on YouTube.
Squirrels are too big for him to chase.
That's true. He doesn't really care about
birds.
Things
Sure.
big.
Squirrels?
He likes birds.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's not too like keen on like chasing or getting into squirrel business. But birds, on the other hand, we could never have a pet bird for many reasons. I would love to have one. I don't know if I could deal with the noise like I used to.
A little rock dove.
Yeah, something like my mom had doves. Oh, here we go on tangent number 5. Wow, this is what coloring chats are for, right? Tangents and coloring. So my mom, when I was growing up, had 2 white doves, and she named them Vincent and Catherine. And if you are a child of the 80s or 90s, or were, you know, in your teens or 20s in the 80s and 90s, you will remember Beauty and the Beast. It was a show with Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman. And he literally was like a beast. And it honestly, I don't know if it would hold up. It's really cheesy, but like really romantic. And my mom loved that show. So she named her doves Vincent and Catherine. And they were very quiet. They were doves. They cooed. But they also did that laugh thing. I don't know if you've ever heard a dove laugh or like a seagull, but they would laugh. They would do this little sound, and it sounded like they were laughing, but that's as loud as they got. They weren't squawky birds like parakeets or cockatoos. My dad had a cockatoo that was so loud and screechy, and I don't know if I could do a loud screechy bird. I could do a soft, quiet bird, maybe.
Maybe a finch.
Not a finch. I could do finch, or I could do doves. But
doves are the only domesticated ones.
Vincent and Catherine we used to put them out on the floor, and they would walk around. And we would just pick up their poops if they pooped. It was no big deal, you know. But they would walk around the house. They'd come and fly up and sit on your shoulder and sit on your arm. They're very, very sweet birds. They lived a very long time. My gosh. They lived so long. I can't even remember. I know I wasn't living at home when they died. And I left home when I was like 22. And they were still alive when I left home. And then Mom was like letting me know that they finally passed. But I mean, they were real. They lived for a very long time. And they were just really fun, you know. They were obviously stinky, and you know, if you didn't, really had to clean their cage because they pooped a lot for birds. Like, whoo!
It is not uncommon for doves in captivity to live between 15 and 30 years.
15 and 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I could say that they probably lived at least 10. At least, because they lived at least 10 years, if not more. That's amazing. 15 to 30 years. Wow. That's cool. Today we learned, guys. What did we learn today? We learned that doves kept in captivity live a long-ass time. That's what we learned.
In the wild, 1 to 5.
In the wild, 1 to 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you know, oops. Spouse, could I ask of you a favor?
What needest thou?
Could you bring me a pencil sharpener from over there, behind you, near my workstation?
Oh, I see it. Found it.
I was coloring, and this
I see.
just decided to go poof.
It just ran off. Hold on.
It just
this.
broke. just right up and broke.
Let me put it in your hair.
Please don't put it in my hair. I don't have very much hair. The little tuft of hair that I have. Well, I will say they sharpen nicely. They sharpen pretty nice. I'm kind of sad that I had to sharpen that so soon because I wasn't pressing that hard.
It happens.
I don't have to, by the way. They pigment pretty nicely without having to press super hard. And they go down well on this paper. So I'm kind of digging these 12 count colored pencils. They're very, very nice. So yeah, get ready if you guys want plans for May coloring. There's going to be a tag floating about with 7 of my favorite things. And you know what? If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm going to tell you what they are. This way you can plan ahead before I make my video. So, some of the things are going to be like, well, yeah, no kidding. Because if you know me, you would be surprised if these things weren't on my list, right? So let's see if I can do this off the top of my head without looking at my paper. Dinosaurs, cats, coffee, music. Wait, dinosaurs, cats, coffee, music. Oh my gosh.
Is there a piece of paper?
No, it's in my book. Dinosaurs, cats, coffee, music.
Which book? I got you.
Down there underneath my headphones.
Ah, see it.
I have the best spouse in the world. Thank you. All right, let me go to my coloring tome here. Okay, let's try this again. So, for you guys that have made it this far, you get a sneak peek. Oh, gnomes. Ha. Okay, so dinosaurs, coffee, cats, music, gnomes, Halloween, and any Asian aesthetic, and that's China, Japan, or India. So that's going to be what my tag is going to be.
Or if you have a really cool, like, Burmese sort of thing, or Nepalese, that'd be awesome.
Yes, that would be awesome. And I think there's sort of themes of that in some of Kirby's books. Also, bonus points if any of those are from a Kirby book. Because you guys know how much I love Kirby. I can't wait to show you the buddy color I did in Mythic World with Johanna and Pixie. We picked a page out of Mythic World to do for a buddy color for April, and I loved doing that picture. There was a bit of a pain to it and a bit of a learning curve because I was using my Strokes pencils, my for the Lonely Pencil Challenge. So there was a little bit of a situation there where I was trying to get colors to work together, but it turned out so good. So yes, that is going to be what my tag is going to be. It's going to be 7 of my favorite things, and it'll go for the whole month of May, because you should celebrate your birthday the entire month you have it. That's my thought. It should be a birthday month thing. So yeah, if you want to get a jump start on your May plans and jot any of that down, I am going to make a video about it. So if you forget from now till then, like the end of April, I'm going to make a video. I made a fun little graphic for my Instagram to have on there. So that will be a thing that's happening in May. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for stuff to take on the trip that we're going on, where we're going camping in that little cabin. I don't think I'm going to take coloring with me. If I do, it's going to be a small set of pencils and a very easy to carry book or something. I will probably take crochet instead. I do have 2 big projects, and found out today that the director of HR at my job is going to have a baby in the fall, which is awesome. I've known her since she was there. She's been with the company for a very long time, since like right at the beginning when they moved into a bigger building. And she was my boss for like when I first worked there. she was my boss. And then she went on, then somebody else took over and became my boss, and then she went to HR, and for a while she was my report to, and now someone else is. But anyway, so I've known her for a long time, and she got married last year, I believe, but they've been together for a long time as a couple, and they are now going to have a baby, and I am so excited for her because I know this was difficult. This was a struggle that involved a lot of treatments and therapies and things, and so this is a baby that was hard work was gotten to get this baby. So probably going to end up making a blanket. So if I do, I will probably bring baby blanket making materials with me on the trip because it's a 2-hour drive to get there. Yeah. So it's a 2-hour drive there.
So an hour and a half.
Hour and a half drive there and back, obviously, when we come back. And time spent, any downtime we have in the evening or something when we're just hanging out, I will spend probably crocheting, maybe coloring. I'm not sure yet. But I will bring both just to cover all of my bases because I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, that's the plan. And so back to these pencils, just because, you know, that was part of my triple threat here, was the product review. They're nice. I would actually get a bigger set if they had one. I didn't see... Did you see if they had a bigger set?
They did not.
They did not? Okay.
But that doesn't mean the one doesn't exist online.
That's true. They probably do have a bigger set. They just didn't have it at that store. Because they had like a whole set of these pop art supplies. They had felt tip markers. They had brush markers. I think they had paint pens. Had a whole bunch of stuff. And then they had these colored pencils. So if they made like a 48 set, I would probably buy them. Because they're really nice for cheap pencils. They do the job. Now I haven't tried to obviously use them in, you know, any other book than this one. But they do the job very nicely. And I like them. So that's my verdict. I like them. I like them better than the Art Skills pencils that I got for $5 at Dollar General. I don't know if that says something. I feel like that might say something. These were $2 regular price. So I think that says a little bit, maybe. Although I think that was a 24 pack. I would love to see them do more colors of this. Although I will say you get a nice blue that's not a dark blue for a change. It's like this color instead of like a regular primary blue, which is nice. And you get 2 greens for some reason instead of 2 blues, which I'm not complaining. And you get a gray, which is good. I like that. So, yes, the verdict on the product is, it is nice. And this book is really cool. And if you would like me to do a full flip of this book, which is just a lot of this in various forms and other such strange things, I would gladly do that. I will say they are single-sided, which is nice because you could go in, maybe not in the more intricate ones, but maybe some of the ones in the back, like these, you could probably play with some markers. I will say that there is ghosting sort of ink, so I'm glad that this is single-sided, because if you're pressing really hard, you're going to get some ink ghosting on the back of this page, but it's okay because it's the back of the page. There's nothing there. So yeah, I had a really good time doing this whole color chat thing, catching you guys up on what's going on, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. I got one of these fancy doohickeys. I got me one of them Fitbits, so I can be fit. You know, it tracks your steps.
You've been working out for 2 full months.
I have been working out for 2 full months. I got this primarily to log my BPM, so when I'm working out, I know I'm actually like getting up there with like I'm supposed to. And I love the sleep function. I think it's really cool. It logs my sleep and tells me how much deep sleep, light sleep, and REM sleep I get, which is kind of neat. So, but yeah, I've been working out for every day for 2 full months. And we just started getting stretching into it. So we do like
yoga,
15 minutes of stretching in the morning, and then 15 to 20 minutes of cardio bull crap in the afternoon about 3 o'clock. But I will say that, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm trying to get my balance back and my flexibility back to something. I'm still wanting to see a podiatrist and everything to sort of figure out what's wrong with my gait, because I have one leg that's shorter than the other leg, and it hasn't really affected me deeply until I got older. So it's affecting me now a lot more than it ever has in my whole life. Other than I used to freak out the school nurses, and they think you do the scoliosis test where you bend over and they look down your back or whatever, and they used to go, oh, we think you might have, but it wasn't. It was just my legs were off. It wasn't that I had scoliosis. I just had off legs. But anyway, long story short, tangent number 25 tonight. Good gracious. This is what happens when you give Ever a Pepsi Max and then have them film a video. Woohoo! Extra caffeine and ginseng. It's Friday. I don't care. I stay up. If I want to stay up. And I think I want to. And I think I'm going to make these pods purple. Because I can and I want to. So yeah. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. What's your Easter plans? What are you guys doing on the Bunny Day? Or the Jesus Day, or the Jesus Bunny Day. Depending on how you look at the holiday. I look at it as Chocolate Bunny Day. And that works for me just fine. It gets me by. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. If you're having good food, tell me about the good food. Or anything else you're thinking about. Getting together with family, that's always the best part of it too. Easter's a good get together with family holiday. That's always kind of what I remember doing. So, yep, gonna get together with family. But yeah, let me know what's going on, what you guys have been up to. If you want to see a flip of this book,
What'd you do?
Another breakage.
How could you?
So, adding to my review of the pencils, they break easy, so be careful. Just be a little careful. But yes, I'm going to end the video here. Obviously, I'm not going to finish this. This would be a 2-hour color and chat if I tried to finish this, because it is a little intricate. But I am going to keep working on it probably after I turn the video off, because I believe that I'm going to be joined by the spouse for some artsing tonight. So I will probably work on this while they work on drawing. If you had a good time hanging out, please go ahead and hit the like button. That way I know that you liked it and had fun. If you haven't subscribed me yet and you've just stumbled upon my channel, hi, welcome. If you want to stay, you could hit the big subscribe button. That'd be cool. But there's no obligation, only if you want to. And if you do subscribe, I would hit the notification bell, because I am a little erratic when it comes to, I don't have a schedule. I film when I have an idea and then I upload it. So if you want to know when that happens, that's what the bell's for. Anyway, I had a good time. Everybody be good, and I will see you guys in the next video.